Hello, everyone. It has been quite a while since I've done a live for all of for us. Actually, it's been a while since I've done tarot reading, um, and I just felt really called today. Hi, if you're just joining, and today I felt really called to pull cards. And in case you're wondering which deck I'm going to be pulling from, it is actually the Thoth Tarot card. And I love actually pulling from the Thoth Tarot card because Tatiana, hi, how are you? Long time no see. I know I've been away for a bit, but I've been pulling cards. I'm so good, Tatiana. It's really good to see you here. It's perfect timing. Oh my gosh, it's the new moon and it's November. And I just figured now is the time to be doing this. And so I missed you too, Tatiana. I've been kind of like so busy with other things. And so, but I just really wanted to get back into this. So for those of you who are just joining, do feel free to type in the chat if you have any questions that you want me to pull a card for you, and let me know, and I will pull a card. Thanks, Tatiana. So the process here is that basically, in case you're wondering what are tarot cards, it is not where you pull a card and then your destiny is written. It's really more to provide insight as to where you are and a possible path forward and where you might go. So definitely don't feel like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this is like I'm putting, like, a lot of people have fear that this is a curse or something, or that, you know, there's just like, oh, well, cards are, you know, of the occult and it's just dangerous and all that. Believe me, I grew up in a Catholic household before too. And so I had a lot of questions about it until I finally just got called by the Spirit, right? Spirit just told me to start picking cards. So that's what I am here doing today. So I decided that. So if you would like me to pull a card for you today, please let me know. I'm going to pull a general card for November. For November's new moon. And in case you guys are wondering what November new moon is all about, I was reading actually and doing a little bit of research about it because I'm not an astrologer, but what I did learn about this particular new moon is that because it's in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a very water sign, is that there's so much to do with actually going deep under the water. And if you know, like, you know, basically when you think about the water, it's all about the unconscious. It's going deep and diving in. And so we can stay on the surface level, right? And it's kind of nice and we get hit by the waves, but then when we go deep and down under, below the surface of the waters, that's where we start to see that there's a whole new world out there, right? A whole entire new world. So Tatiana, yes, for sure, I'm going to get the card for you, but this one is going to be a general reading for everybody for, you know, really some information about what's happening this particular month with this new moon and some general guidance. So here we go. And I'm pulling right now. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. The Ace of Wands. I don't know if you can see this right here. And it's really, really kind of intense. The Ace of Wands, if you see, it has a lot of fire in it. It has a lot of passion right there. And another thing, that wands are so much about being able to really start opening up with, I would say, let me just read, actually. Okay, so the Ace of Wands, it's the beginning, as all aces are. They're really like, they're kind of neutral and talking about, right, what is the end, like the overall view. But the Ace of Wands, it's really explosive energy. You see this, that there's just fire, a lot of energy. And if you know anything about fire, right, is that fire, it needs wood to burn. It's actually, the fire is the summer season. So it's kind of interesting because we would think that it's about time, you know, to just go in, but it's actually where our will and our desires can come forth. And this is the time where we can see that new life can begin, right? So in the summertime, everything's in full bloom, everything's fully open, right? There's you think of it being like really big and blossoming. And so when we see this, this is an opportunity. So if you're in a project scene and you want to like basically you're wondering if you should start something or if it's time to end it and start and begin a new thing, this is saying yes. And so, you know, I would almost say, yes, Ashley, for sure, we're going to definitely do a reading for you. So I would say in general, guys, is that use this time to actually go deep into the waters to see if there are any projects that are ready for completion, that you're ready to complete, and then that you're ready to start again, to just really like explode into. So first we have Tatiana. So, okay, that was the general reading. Okay, so that's the general reading. And now Tatiana, I wanna make sure, as you guys are all right now, you're channeling right now, I want you to be really, really clear about what is the question you'd like to ask for this particular new moon. And so when you have that, just let me know and I will share the reading for you, okay? So Tatiana, let me know that you are ready for your card. You have a question? Do you have a question, Tatiana? And then also Ashley, if you can type in the chat box also what your question is, and then I will pull a card for you as well. While I am waiting for that, while I'm waiting for you guys to do that, perfect. Okay, that's okay, Tatiana. If you don't have a question, I will pull one just for general well-being and understanding a direction. Okay, and here we go. Tatiana, okay, I'm leaning in. Ooh, this is the card for you, Tatiana. I can feel it. It's this one. Wow. Okay. Ooh, Tatiana. Tatiana, this is the card of strife. Okay, so and it's actually the 5 of Wands. Okay, so the 5 of Wands is actually, if you see, there are 4 swords in the background, right? There are 4 wands, excuse me, in the background, and you have one that is really like in the way. So there's like a lot of power, and it's almost, to me, this card is about you setting boundaries for yourself, and so that you can really be protective. And it's a question to ask, Tatiana, whether you are protecting yourself out of fear or you're protecting yourself because you know what's best for yourself. And so I would actually journal that in your, just take the time to sit and meditate with that and just ask the question, what kind of boundaries are serving you and what boundaries are no longer serving you? This is the new moon. So if you think about in the new moon, we can sort of start to rethink about what direction we want to go in and to really plant the right seeds. The other thing that comes to mind as I look at the wands, so yeah, Tatiana, do you know if there are certain boundaries that have been crossed and that ones that you may want to really solidify? And I like to do this with, maybe an affirmation for you to think about is that, can I resolve conflicts with balance? Can I resolve conflict with balance and equanimity? And you'll see that this sword right here, right? It's right in the center. It's holding strong and firm in the center. So that is my thought for you, Tatiana, is to really think about if there's anything that you're really keeping yourself wrapped up in that you no longer need to really hold on to. So boundaries for you, honey. Okay. All right. Hope that helped. Did any of that resonate? Okay. Okay. All right. Great. So Ashley, you want to ask if you have any, anything good in the near future? Okay, anything good in the near future? Well, Ashley, I got to tell you this, that everything is always working out for you. And if you can say that to yourself, everything is always working out for me. How does that feel in your body? Everything is always working out for me. I mean, it is the affirmation that I say every single day, and it is so, so true. Oh, Tatiana, I'm so glad you were here too. Yes, Ashley, I'm so glad that you received that. Tatiana, I am going to be more diligent about being here on a regular basis. So definitely do come back. And Ashley, I'm going to pull that and see if it's a yes or a no card for you. Okay, anything good? Ooh, I can feel it right here. It's this one right here for you. Okay, wow. Oof, this is so beautiful. Okay, all right, Ashley, this is the card. It is the Prince of Cups. And I'm just gonna bring this right here so that you can see it. And I'm gonna dive into what that Prince of Cups is. If you see right there, and cups are really, it's the water element, it's the water emotion. And the water element is oftentimes about going deep, right? What we was talking about the new moon, which is really about going underneath, above the waves where everything is like crashing and, there's a lot of energy going on. When we go deep down underneath the surface of the water, we can actually tap into our deep innate intuition. So what we're seeing right here is that there's forward momentum here. If you can see in this, is that from out of the air, right? There's the bird is going straight down into the waters, and you're basically given the energy. You are given this huge, massive energy to take a deep dive into yourself and go straight on into a lot of creative energy. And so I don't know, are you an artist by any chance, Ashley? Because if you're an artist, this is the card that's saying, yes, go forward. I don't know if you do anything kind of in the creative world. What is it that you do, Ashley? I can provide a little bit more color to this. This is really about, again, it's about going into our emotions and into our creative center. And so if you're looking for, if you wanted any kind of sort of clarity or any sort of type of like really in-depth clarity, the thing that I would say is for this particular affirmation is that you can say, I create my life's future. I can go deep to create my life's future. So yes. Great, Ashley, what is it that you want to do? Like, what is it that you want to do? If there's some things, because this card is very particular about what it is that you might want to do. So as we understand again, that this is about creativity and energy, what is it specifically? I can pull one more card to just see what direction that's supposed to go in. You can tell me. What else? And go ahead and type that in, Ashley. I'm also going to read a little bit more on, and I like to read from Angel's Path. I'm still learning how to fully digest all of this information of tarot. But what's really interesting is that the thing we work with on this is all about your desires, and to really, really follow and trust that. Follow your desires. So, Ashley, wanting to be an engineer. Okay, so let me pull a card for that. Oh, wow. So it's a really interesting thing because you actually got this card, which is called adjustments. And if you see, I mean, it's actually, to me, this is perfect for an engineer. It's a yes. It's a major, major yes. If you can see, just like the way that this card is set up, it's so geometric. And in that specific geometry is alignment. And it says adjustment, which is so perfect, right? If you think about it. So highly, highly, I would say yes. And I'm going to share a little bit more about this card right here, okay? Is that you'll see that there's so much balance in here. You see the left and the right side are both really centered and balanced. And so it's about really getting to that point where you can balance and be in harmony with everything, and also with your decision to become an engineer or do engineering. So I'm not sure if that resonates at all with you. But another thing that I'm reading here is maybe take a look at what you're doing in your daily life that can help support you on a day-to-day basis. So what can you do on an incremental basis every single day to help you get into alignment with your desire to be an engineer? If there's anything that comes to mind, is there anything that you can think of, Ashley? Yes. Yes. I'm so glad you were here, Ashley. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I mean, what another thing is that another thing to consider is that this affirmation is also, I move towards balance and harmony. If you can repeat that, is that I move towards balance and harmony. Everything is always working out for me. And that, knowing that, just really settling into that, things are going your way, honey. Things are going so well for you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It was so good to see both of you in here. I'm going to continue to stay around in here for a bit longer. If you have any other questions, of course, please, say hello, drop a note. I'm also going to share this on Facebook with some friends. Woohoo! Because I haven't done this in a while. And I got to tell you guys, one of the things that I'm reading right now, join me. One of the things that I'm doing right now, and like why I'm sharing this, is because I just felt really called. I have been in a little bit of a funk where I just felt really, I don't know. Yeah, I've been in a little bit of a funk, to be honest. And that funk has been creatively, I just have been feeling stagnant. But what I do know in these, past few months is that the biggest guidance and the biggest help that I found is actually going to the cards. And it's not because I think that the cards, are going to give me all the answers, but they're going to give me an outside perspective. And that outside perspective is not so outside, really, because it's also coming from, just the general wisdom from within. So I decided that I was going to pull this and do this, and I'd like to make a commitment to be here for you and answer any kind of questions that you have. So if there's anybody else in here, anyone else joining, I can pull a card for you. I also wanted to share some other things that I learned about the new moon, and by no means is this my own information, but what I learned is that the new moon, this first new moon, is about how things are really about it's about feeling silky and feeling flowy and really establishing rituals during this time. And so I decided that to get really in touch and connected for me was setting this new ritual of just getting in the shower every single night and cleansing myself and making it a ritual. And I know for some of you guys, it's like, well, I already do that all the time, but it's an interesting thing when you put intentionality behind it and knowing that, okay, can I allow this water to wash over me? Can I let this come into me and let it, unravel? Well, I don't see anyone else coming on. So I think I'm going to end this, but I really appreciate all you souls out there who came and watched this, even if just for a split second. Thank you for joining me. I am learning the tarot deck. I've been learning it since April. I think that's, about April-ish. And I'm new to it, and I want to learn these with you. And if you'll allow me to, I will read with you. So hope to see you guys next time. Bye.